Hello everybody. So I'm back. I wanted to talk about a little something towards the end of chapter 1. They talk a little bit about statistics, just a very little bit. And one of the first numbers a researcher usually looks at when they're looking at data is a measure of central tendency, right? A measure of central tendency. It's an individual number that will give you a sense of the overall data that you have. Now there are three measures of central tendency. There is the mean, which is the average. You just add up all the scores, divide by the number of scores. Hopefully you know what the average is, but we call it the mean. Then you have the median, which if you arrange the scores from the lowest to the highest, the median is the score in the middle. That's the median. And then the mode is the score that occurs most often. So if you have multiple people having the same score, right, the mode is the score that occurs the most often, that most people have that score. So those are three measures of central tendency we look at to try to get a sense of the data when we're analyzing it. Now, I want to look at all three of those whenever I look at my data that I've gathered from an experiment. The average is the one that is reported most often, but there are some possible problems with the average or mean, right? The problem with the mean is that if you have extremely high or low scores, that mean is influenced too much by those extreme scores. So it pulls the mean towards those extreme scores so that that mean may no longer really be representative of that data. The median and the mode are less influenced by those outlying scores, is what we call them, or those extremely low or extremely high scores. So the mean is really influenced by that stuff. Those outlying scores can make the mean be really unrepresentative of the data. The median and mode, however, is not influenced as much by those outlying scores and might give you a better sense of that data. So whenever I hear of statistics being reported, oh, the mean salary, is this, I always want to know what the median and mode are too. Also, sometimes they might report, oh, the median income in America is this, or in a particular state or county, whatever it is. So they're reporting the median. Why are they reporting the median? Right? I want to know these questions because you can't lie with statistics, but you can misrepresent the data. Right? So if you have a special interest group, they could look at all three of those, the mean, median, and mode, and pick the one that looks the best for the point they're trying to make. All right? Or they may be reporting the one, a median, because the mean is really not representative of the data because you got extreme scores. So you really have to know some of these little details, and whenever I want to hear stuff reported on the news, I want to know the other measures of central tendency and what they were. Is what I want to know. And they give you an example in the book of how the mean can be misrepresentative, right, of the data. They've got that figure at the end of the book where you show, the income for each family that works for a particular company, I believe it is. And you see there's some extreme scores. You've got the bulk of people are down here on the low end of that distribution, right? I don't remember exactly, $30,000, $40,000, something like that. But boy, you got the CEO, I'm assuming, way at the extreme, an outlying score of $1 million or something like that. And so when you look at the mean in that distribution, because of that outlying score at the far top, the mean is pulled way up. And so, oh my God, the mean income if you work for this company, right? The mean income is $90,000 a year. Holy crap, I want to work for that company. Well, and no, you don't. right? Because the only reason the mean or the average is that high is because the CEO makes a ton of money, right? Everybody else is way down, bunched together at the low end, and you see there that the median and mode are down there at the lower end. And so in that figure in the book, they're trying to make the point that, yeah, the median and the mode in this case would be a better representation of that data than the mean, which is influenced by the outlying score at the extreme, right? So I wanted to mention that mean, median, and mode bit for you.